All right.
Uh, I don't even know what episode this is at this point. But we're in the 20s.
I don't know. We can take a look.
Yeah, we are in the 20s. We figured we should probably get back on the ball game here with the whole Shadowlands launching and being live right now. So if you guys have not purchased Shadowlands, you're behind the 8 ball already.
We are on 25.
Okay, episode 25.
It looks like 25.
Nice.
Who would have thought it would have gone this far?
Yeah, we've kind of definitely surpassed what I thought was going to happen.
But now that Shadowlands is out, maybe we'll be more consistent with everything because there's actually content. It's hard to do anything when you don't have the content that people are waiting for.
Yes. And I got beta so late in the game, and you never got it, so it wasn't really anything we could have good conversations about. I don't even know if it ever went to open beta. I don't think it ever went to open.
No, it was always private, I think.
Yep.
Or whatever you want to call it.
Closed beta.
Invites. Closed beta, invite beta.
Yeah. Whatever it's called. So, yeah. That happened. We're live now. We've been live since Tuesday. And boy...
Monday.
Oh, yeah, Monday.
At 7 o'clock our time?
It was 5 p.m. our time. I've been so busy. I've been off of work, and I lost track of my days. I don't know what day it is. I think today's
Sunday.
Yes, today is Sunday.
Today is Sunday.
So we've had just about a full 7 days, and so for me, the only thing I haven't accomplished is I haven't done mythic dungeons for gear.
I've only run. Go ahead.
I was gonna say I've only done one heroic, so gear farming I'm a little behind, but everything else I appear to be right in line with what Blizzard was hoping everybody would get done. So
yeah, I'm behind on the gear also. I'm only item level 150. I haven't done any heroics yet, or in mythics.
Yeah,
but I probably could do heroics, but I'd have to walk in, and I'd have to have I would say a little bit better of a healer because probably would be a little squishy.
Right.
But I have no idea.
I think we're both right in line with getting our covenants and renown and all that stuff done.
It's hard. There's so much to do in the beginning. Like it's trying to do that, and your quests to get everywhere there's just not enough time in the day if you work.
Yeah, I hope it stays like this. I like having meaningful things to do, right?
Yeah.
I don't like just running world quests for rep because that's what I need to do to get flying. Like I like this is, I don't know, character progression is what feels good. And I don't know, I guess to kind of stay on track with that, just like leveling, the whole leveling is like so far the expansion is great. It's a 180 from BFA. In my opinion.
Oh god! Oh yeah. Like BFA, as you know, I took 6 months off of playing it. It was dreadful, and this has been awesome. I've wanted to play for 24 hours straight, and you just can't. I can't at least.
Right. I'm having a great time. Leveling was super fun. There was mob scaling like in BFA, but it wasn't the same. I always felt like I was getting more powerful throughout. And I don't care what they do to it, what they have to do to make the game like that, but I want to feel like I'm getting more powerful as I level. And this expansion was perfect. It was great.
Side note.
Yeah.
Just reading guild chat. It says one more for heroics, any roll. It's like, dang it.
Go. Just go.
No. Now we're doing this.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I was hoping it wouldn't scale, but the leveling didn't scale, I guess. It's like I'm assuming Well, everything now, since you're 60, everything is 60 in the world, which I was hoping it wouldn't be, but I get why they did it.
Yeah. Well, even
But I
though I'm...
like
Go ahead, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I liked how they went back to old school where they put you in the zones that they wanted you in.
Yes.
Like to start, like I really liked that where you couldn't pick your zones. In Legion, I liked it. I was like, oh, probably because it was new. It was great. It was a great idea. And then BFA came and it was just, I hate this zone, so I'm going to do it first. And that's where I would go. And then I wouldn't want to level because that zone sucked, you know?
Right. Yeah.
But
It was very linear, if that makes sense. And
mm,
like I said, I thought it was great. It was great how you had the main quests, and it was like, okay, to get my character through this story, I have to do these. If I want to keep going here, I can do the side quests and do more things. I thought that was amazing. That was brilliant.
yes.
I thought that was
I liked
great.
how, I also like how they changed so you can tell what the main quest is.
Yes.
I don't know if it was like that before. I never really paid attention, but I liked how I could tell when I wasn't doing a main quest.
They did. They had it in BFA for the campaign. There just wasn't as much of it, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
But so far, the whole thing has been pretty much like the campaign, and it's great. It reminds me of Classic WoW, because like in Classic, you had a path you could follow, but then you'd steer off it, right? As you got, and I felt this was very similar, and I felt that they did a good job making it as classic as they could, if that makes sense.
Yeah. And see, I always found myself going off and doing BS quests before.
Yeah.
But shit. Hit my mic. Oh, see. Someone else need one more healer or DPS for walk-in heroics. It's that Magna guy again. That's cool.
You should just do it.
I'm a tank.
Oh.
And someone says Miho, so there you go. Sorry, I got game up so I can see also what I'm talking about. Yeah, so like before, I'd always find myself going on BS like side quests that had nothing to do with anything.
Right.
So I like now how it was like the indicator was shaped different. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I guess I'm just dumb and never noticed it beforehand.
No, that's new.
That is new.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cause I'd always get lost and just be like going off and doing something else and not knowing what the main quest was.
But the only thing I don't like about that new indicator is I've noticed that it's a little rough when you go up or down. It tries to do a good job, but sometimes it gets itself turned around and you end up running in circles trying to figure out which way you're supposed to go.
That happened to me once.
Yeah.
It was like I think it's where I'm at now. Is it Maldraxxus?
The second
that
zone,
place where like where you're you go to like that lava area and you gotta like basically jump through the lava to get through. It's gotta be Maldraxxus.
Yeah, Maldraxxus.
And it got a little funky there because I thought the quest was going down, but I was supposed to stay on the same level that I was on and just run off to the side.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no, it was a little goofy. But I do like it because that's one less add-on you have to have.
Right. So,
then with that, like, I only had one bug, and it was a bug. For the main quest, it was an Ardenweald. With that, I don't know what the hell what's that bear called? That's kind of like Ursoc, but it's not Ursoc. It's the female.
I forget the name.
But you know what I'm talking about.
Yes.
She's like up in a tree or whatever.
Yep.
So I did have a bug there. I did all the quests, and when I ended, I had nothing else. And that's when I texted you. I was like, what the hell do I got to do?
Right.
And you said run some, like just regular quests. So I ran to, and I went back, and I still didn't have anything. And I turned off the game, turned it back on. And then at like the bottom of like her steps, there's like that dragon. I think it's a dragon or a fairy.
Yeah.
That has a main quest. So I had to actually turn off the game and turn it back on to get that quest. So there's a little bit of a bug.
Interesting. I will say that the first couple days the lag was like really bad, but that was just many people playing. And I guess
I was like when I texted you.
There's
And
still
when I dinged 60, it was like 1500 latency. I'm like, and it was world, and I was like, Jesus Christ.
yeah, I mean there still is a ton of people playing because they're offering free character transfers for certain realms. Let me see
Is
if I
ours one of them?
let me see if I can find it. When was that? How many days ago was that?
Uh, you texted me that I think yesterday.
I think it was yesterday. Ah, here we go. Free character transfers. Uh, it doesn't give any server names. It just says, oh, characters on high population realms. So anything that says high population. It says you cannot select a destination realm that also has a high population. Realm to realm character transfers take time to complete, and the duration is higher when more players are using the service. You cannot log into your character until the migration has completed. You cannot cancel. Blizzard customer support cannot cancel it. Character migrations are irreversible. The free service
Unless
may
we
be
want to pay for
disabled at
another
any
one.
time. Right. If you want to pay for it, you can have
Side
it
note,
back, but yes.
because I have character transferred twice. If it says it takes like an hour or whatever, and you go back and your character's still not there, create a new character. Like just create some random character, and it updates itself, and your character might be there if you do switch from a different server and you have that.
Yeah.
Because mine was like, oh, it's gonna take an hour, and it was like 3 hours later. I messaged them, and I was like, what the hell? Like, where is it? I'm like, oh, just create a new character, and it'll be there. Like when you go back to like your select screen. Excuse me, sorry.
Oh, I remember that
So,
now. Yeah.
yeah, and I was like, oh, it's like, boom, there it is. You just create some random character with a BS name, and it like just they set some updates, and your guy's there. So, for anybody that's gonna do that, keep an eye out for that, just in case.
Nice.
But last night I had a queue to log in. It was like a quick like 5 second queue, but I did have a queue.
I had all of like a 1 second queue. Was it yesterday or today when I tried to log in? I don't remember. Like the login queue screen popped up and then it disappeared right away and it sent me out. So I was like, oh,
that's
man,
how mine was.
Busy.
I think mine said I was 2, so I was like, oh, okay.
And I know
we're really quick.
And I know we're only a week in, but we kind of reference Twitch people on Twitch a lot, and all the people that said BFA is gonna suck right away are saying right now that Shadowlands is awesome. So far that bodes well for the expansion, in my opinion.
I think it's already 100% better than BFA.
Oh yeah, I agree. I'm having so much fun.
I liked all the zones so far that I've been through. I haven't hated any of them. You know, it's like if I level again, it wouldn't bother me to go through them.
All I've been doing this whole last 7 days is playing WoW.
Mm-hmm.
Me too. Even on Thanksgiving, that's all I did. I'd get up every half hour to baste a turkey, and then I'd be right back into it. It was great.
I just remember freaking BFA, like Stormsong Valley, I couldn't stand. Tierguard Sound was awful. Nazjatar was awful. Mechagon was awful. I did not like any. The only one I liked was Justfar. That was it.
Justfar was good.
It had that cool, like, Halloween type feel. But everything else sucked.
Yeah, Tierguard was bad. Stormsong was bad. I liked Justfar. I really wasn't in the Horde zones all that much. Nazjatar was better once you got flying, but until then, it was terrible. And I loved Mechagon. I thought that was awesome.
I didn't like Mechagon. I still believe Mechagon should have been in that cogwheel that you open.
Yeah,
it should have been an underground zone, not an open zone.
Yep, I agree. 100% agree. That would have been awesome. That's what I thought was going to happen when they're like, "Oh, you're going to go open that cogwheel."
Yeah, I was like, "Oh, cool! It's going to be an underground zone. That's going to be awesome."
Right, and you're just going to tunnel, like you're just going to walk down this ramp in the Mechagon, and they're going to be like, "Oh, what the hell is this? Like people? Uh-oh." But nope.
But no, it's a fucking area over in the middle of the ocean.
Yep. That we've never seen before.
It's like, I don't know how the hell you missed it. Like, you know.
Right. So, yeah, I mean, it's great. I'm having a great time.
Mm-hmm.
My goal tomorrow is to get the last little bit of anima I need for uh what do they call that? My covenant or my sanctum, whatever it is.
The Sanctum Reservoir.
Yeah, the reservoir. So I can hit or whatever that anima quest is, so I can hit the 1,000, and then that'll be it for the week, because that'll get me to level 3.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's the cap. In fact, I know that's the cap for the week. So you can't.
Yeah, I'm at 565.
So with that being said, I guess we'll jump into the news, and there's a little guide here on Wowhead. I can drop the link if you want. Copy. I'll drop the link in the chat here for you. It's a little guide on what to do for the first week of Shadowlands. I do realize that we.
Oh, hey, you appeared finally. Okay.
Oh, nice. I do realize that the first week is almost over, but if you're behind, this will get you caught up, and if you're waiting on week two, like we are already, this will kind of give you an idea of what you should be shooting for in your second week.
I'm still far behind.
So week 1, the special activities that you must complete first are the Covenant class and signature abilities. So the way you do that is you have to do the entire campaign. So you start in Bastion, you go to Maldraxxus, you go through Ardenweld, and you go through Revendreth and get to level 60. And once you do that, you will get the classes to send you on your, or the quests to send you on your way to do your Covenant class and signature abilities. That's how you'll get those.
Oh, and if you finish Revendreth, because you go to Torghast, right? And when you hit Revendreth,
yeah, no. you go to the Torghast a couple times throughout leveling.
Whichever one, like when you go through the mirrors and the guy's standing in front of a giant statue thingy majiggy in the hole in the ground.
Yeah.
If you're not level 60 by the time you're done with that, you have to go do quests to hit 60. I learned that one too.
Yeah, if you do just the campaign, you're not going to hit 60 with those. You're probably going to have to go back and find some side quests.
I had to go back, and then altogether the side quests I think I did was like 5 or 6 altogether. But when I was there, I had to do 2 or 3 to finish my level.
That's not bad. I did a bunch. I probably did like 20 side quests throughout leveling.
Yeah, I just stuck right to the main.
Maybe even more. Because I hit 60 pretty early on in Revendreth and pretty much quested through there at level 60. So.
That zone was pretty cool. I enjoyed it. The Halloween town.
Yeah, that zone is awesome. The vampires and such.
Vampires.
Yeah, I love that zone. It's awesome. I'm glad that's my Covenant.
And they have a cool Covenant armor set too.
Let's see here.
I think.
So what are covenants? Okay, we've already talked about all those covenants in previous podcasts. Look those up. Go ahead.
I don't know about mine. I picked Maldraxxus because it has like that absorb shield, which would be good for tanks. But man, it is so hard to play around. There is no oh shit, I need a shield, because that won't do it for you because it channels. It's like a cast.
I think you should change. Go Ardenweld.
What was that one?
The fairies and shit.
No, what I don't even remember what they did.
I don't know.
Oh, it's got that like blue line thing that comes shooting out of the ground.
Let's see. You're a brewmaster. We did talk about all these covenant abilities and all that at one time before as well. So check our previous podcasts. I believe we did like a whole show about it. So That's right. The guide says very good for covenants, for the Kyrian covenant. It's considered very good.
Mm-hmm.
And Necrolord and Night Fae are both great. I don't know what's better, very good or great.
I don't know. I was watching a tank on Twitch, and that's what he had, and he does race for world first, so I
Was
kind of went with what he did. Huh?
Necrolord?
Yeah.
Gotcha. But I
So
mean,
that's like a.
if you're not having fun with it, my suggestion
It's
would
just
be just to take whatever's fun.
yeah, it's just hard to play with, because like I said, like you want to use it as like an oh shit button, like all your other defensive cooldowns, and you
Yeah,
can't. It's like you can, but you're just gonna sit there and channel it, and you're not gonna get a shield by the time it's done because you're getting the shield's getting DPS down as you're building it up.
right.
So it's like you have to do it beforehand. You have to like channel it, or you have to use it before you start the fight, if that makes sense.
That does make sense.
Like it'd probably be better in raids when you're off tanking, like in okay, it's like okay, I'm gonna be taunting the boss soon. I can use this shield now, and I can channel it for its 5 seconds or whatever. But
Oh yeah, that
as an
makes
as an oh shit button, it doesn't work as one of those.
right. See, I think I got it easy too, because so as being a Fury Warrior, my best covenant was Venthyr, which I chose. My covenant ability just took an ability that was already in my rotation and reworked it, so it was nothing new was added.
Yeah, which is a really good one because you can execute like pretty quickly.
Right. I can execute from 100% to 80% of the damage, and then at 20% again, I can start executing again. So it's pretty neat.
Mhm.
Pretty neat.
That's a lot of DPS.
Yeah, and then I get like a teleport. Is the
Is like the class ability.
the covenant ability.
Sorry,
Everybody
didn't mean
everybody
to
who's
cough.
everybody who's Venthyr gets the teleport, and then as a warrior,
Mhm.
I got they call it condemn, and that was the execute replacement.
Okay, so we got this. You throw like this dust on them, and it does like you have a chance to do more DPS and stuff.
Right. That sounds cool.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. That's great. But the shield's a little wonky to play with. Oh, and then also if you're a brewmaster, now you get touch of death, which is like your execute, and
Mm-hmm.
that is broken as hell. That is very broken
Is it good?
because oh god, if so, how it works is you'll instantly kill anybody that's got less health than you.
Oh
So
don't tell Blizzard. Don't
oh,
tell
I
them.
don't know, I don't know, I don't know how they wouldn't know. So yeah, so it's like if I have 30k health, which is what I have now, is like 30k health. Any monster below it, you just one shot it, and some of them you can run up and just one shot because
Right.
they have less health than that. It does not work on bosses. I mean, it works on bosses, but it doesn't. It won't kill a boss.
Gotcha. Um. So yeah, after you do your Covenant class and signature abilities, you'll move on to your Soul Binds, and your Soul Binds are just these little. Let's see if I can find something that explains it better, because I'm gonna say it wrong. I don't want to tell everybody the wrong thing here.
It's just like little specific buffs, kind of.
Yeah, they're like little buffs that you put on a. It reminds me. Makes me think of like the classic ability tree, class ability tree, but you're just taking the pieces and putting them in there, and you can choose which way you want to go.
Yeah, it's like the weapon from Legion, except for instead of building it all up, you pick what you want.
Yep, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna put
Which
it
mine,
up.
by the way, like we were telling you about this, like it. I wonder what it's. I want to try it and see what it's going to be like in raids and stuff. Because mine has.
So
It's
isn't it? That's pretty neat, huh? Heyo.
Ooh yeah.
So
It's
that's
like
the. So that's it. Yeah.
the one that I got. It does so for people that don't like brewmasters. Like everything is staggered, so it's like damage that comes in. You stagger, which means it's a dot. But mine has when you're in red stagger, which is the heaviest or the most like this one that's going to hit you really hard. It has a chance to heal you, so I want to really try that because that sounds amazing to get healed instead of taking damage.
Right. So don't mind the underwear ad there for our video viewers. But as you level your covenant, or not the covenant, the soulbinds, you'll quest and you'll get your first person here, and then you'll do another quest and you'll get this. Then as you play the game, you will get other items. I think up here at the top it shows it. Yes. You'll get items that go on this side of the board here, and you'll be able to plop they're called conduits. You'll be able to plop the conduits in the places you want, and then you choose the path you want to go.
That one's very different than mine.
Yeah, that was the Bastion one.
Yeah, mine starts off with like 3 down into 1 to 3 again, I believe. Ooh.
That's pretty neat how that works. That's new. Never done that before.
That was nice.
Yeah, I liked it. So yeah. All right.
I also kind of like it. Like, I don't know if it's like contradicting what I said before, but like the Covenants is nice because it's something to do that's going to make you stronger. I guess you could kind of say the same thing for the Legion weapon. Like always doing something with it was important, but
right.
This just feels different. I don't know.
Yeah,
probably because you can kind of pick and choose what you want to put into it. I guess because there's a whole bunch of world quests for different conduits that you could put in there, so you're not picking the same path that someone else picked. Like you kind of can make your own.
Right, and that's choices. That's all we want is choices.
Mm-hmm. And that was a big thing for me because like we went in there, I was like, I don't know what the fuck to pick. Like, I have a hard time making decisions for some reason, and being in there, I was like, I don't know what to pick because I don't want to pick the wrong thing. You know?
Sorry, I just got sidetracked here looking at transmog items. So that's the other thing that they talk about getting done this week is making sure you just continuously level up your all your covenant stuff, your soul binds, your signature abilities, and all that kind of stuff. Just make sure you keep doing all the dailies and stuff to level that up because you can also get some pretty neat transmog items.
And you get like your tier gear out of it.
You can get tier gear, you get weapons. So yeah, it's pretty important.
I don't know what. Yeah, so mine, it's like. Okay, I think this is a typo. Oh, maybe not. Oh, that's rank 1 of 7. I saw rank 1 of 7, and it was like at tier 8, you get something like a different ability, and I was like, that doesn't make sense. But yeah, so it's like you also get your tier set, which is going to do stuff like at rank 5, I get Fleshcraft is active, your agility is increased by 100. If I get 8 pieces, my cooldown, Fleshcraft cooldown is reduced by 3 seconds. So yeah.
So along with that, along with the Covenant Classic signature abilities, the Soul Binds, the Transmogs, there's a whole bunch of mounts that got released, and I do believe that most of them are all pretty. Yeah, they have really high drop chances. Looking at the list here, there's at least 20.
There was one from.
Some of them are pretty low, some of them are pretty high.
There was one this guy showed in the guild. It was, I don't remember what it was, but it was his class ability where he can summon a rare or something like that.
Oh, okay. So we got a frog that's a 90% or 89%. We got a 30,000, a 92%er, 88%er. Ooh, that one's not even a 1% drop.
This horse is. Have you seen Blanchy's Reigns?
Blanchy's Reigns. I
it's a
have.
Revendreth mount.
I have.
That is freaking awesome.
So Blanchy is actually a horse from a quest in Classic WoW.
Oh, is it?
Yep. In life, Blanchy appeared to be an affectionate, well-behaved horse of excellent disposition an appetite. What evils must she have committed in secret to have her place among the condemned souls of Revendreth?
That is an awesome mount.
Yeah. And there's no drop chance on it. It doesn't say. I bet you it's pretty low. Because that is... my character would look awesome riding that mount.
And your class set gear looks so cool.
Oh, wait. To get Blanchy's reins, you have to bring items to Dead Blanchy 6 times in Revendreth. You can do it only once per day, so you need 6 days to get the mount. The day starts with the daily quest reset. You can obtain all the items you need in advance. Dead Blanchy spawns on the river in Enmire north of Darkhaven and starts to run until it bumps into a player. Everyone can interact with it. Blanchy runs faster than your mount, so take the right position to intercept it. It despawns after 5 minutes. The respawn timer is 1 to 2 hours. Holy moly. That's crazy.
Man, you should go sit there and farm it.
I think I'm
gonna see if I can. I'm gonna see if I can find it.
So then you gotta have to.
Because I think it would be awesome to have.
So day 1 is a handful of oats times 8. You can get the sack of oats. The north part of Westfall Eastern Kingdoms requires level 56. Day 2 is a glooming brush. Oh, I have the glooming brush. Ooh, I have one of those. A sturdy horseshoe times 4, bucket of clean water, comfortable saddle, blanket, dread hollow apples, and then you need 30 meat. Oh, more of this. 30 Aetheral meat or creeping crawler meat or phantasmal haunches or shadowy shanks. I'm pretty sure those are hard to get. Wow. Gosh, there's just so much to do. They just need to make this expansion last 3 years, because I'm telling you right now that 2 years is not going to be enough time to get all this stuff done, man. No way. Yeah.
That's not Covenant specific, is it? Like everybody can get that, right?
Correct.
I was like, if I can't, that might be worth switching to get, and then just going back to what I had. It's so cool looking. And for everybody that can't see, it's just a red invisible horse, like a crimson red invisible horse. It's really freaking cool.
Yeah, it's kind of see through. It's like it's not opaque. If that makes sense. So yeah, basically, you just want to complete that quest chain for your covenant, and it'll kind of lead you in the correct direction that you need to do. It'll get you your sanctum upgrades, your anima reservoir, your renown, Venari reputation, and Stygia for the Torghast. You'll get in the Torghast to talk about conduits and legendary recipe drops, which is all from Torghast. So, whew, a lot of stuff to do.
By the way, is quite fun.
Torghast is really fun. Really fun.
Like we were talking before about it, the only complaint I have is I don't know how to put, like, it's not role specific. Well, I guess it is role specific. It's not like talent specific. It kind of just gives you an overview of everything, like the things you get. So it's like we were talking before. It's like one of the Torghast abilities that I got like 4 times was something with roll, and it's like I don't use the roll ability. I picked cheat what is it called? Cheat torpedo? Is that what it's called? I'm a terrible person. Yeah, cheat torpedo. But it's like the roll would give me like a buff shield, but it's like I didn't use that. And once you go in, you can't switch anything,
Right.
So I wish they kind of had it as like abilities that you pick instead of just like an overview of the entire class. But other than that, like it's been amazingly fun.
Cool. So renown. You can only get to level 3 this week. because one of the quests um is not
Oh,
active.
that's it?
Is not active. Yeah, level 3 is the max for this week. So once you complete the
No
quest,
shit.
replenish the reservoir, which is the 1,000 anima thing. That's it. You'll be done for the week. So
Oh, I'm gonna have to do that. I'm at 565.
yeah, you're gonna have to pound that out. Just do dailies, and you'll get done. I
I
think.
hope I have enough. I
Just
don't know
do
if I'll have enough.
because there's dailies that grant anima. You gotta do those ones.
I might have enough. Okay, this one gives me 175. Yeah, we're
Ooh.
definitely gonna. Man, I kind of want to go do this now because there's only an hour left on it.
Oh no. I'll have to pound it out after the podcast is done.
Yeah.
So moving on, it talks about Torghast, Tower of the Damned.
I thought we did. Oh yeah, I guess we did talk about that a little
we
bit.
we did talk about it. Just to make a long story short, we don't want to beat a dead horse. There's quests you have to do. It'll guide you through Torghast and what you need to complete. Just keep doing it, and you should end the week at 810 soul ash. That's what you want to be at.
So, where do you see how much you have?
I don't know. I'm assuming it's in your currency tab.
All right, let me take a look. Oh yeah, Soul Ash. I'm at 320.
I think I'm at 322, and it said you should end the week at 810. So
I'm gonna have to go farm more out of there. Then I think I have quests to do stuff in there.
So once you're done with that, and you've done all your Covenant, Sanctum, Conduit, Torghast quests, you should be looking into doing Mythic Dungeons. So that drops 184 eye level gear. But it also gives you rank 4 conduits, which you can't use yet, but you'll be able to use soon. And wait, no, rank 4. Yeah, you could probably use those. What am I talking about? You can use those. And legendary recipes, which is huge. What else here?
Yeah, talk about Torghast for a little bit. It's really fun. I guess it's kind of one of those like farming every day or multiple times a day type of thing, but it's actually fun so far.
And then one other big time thing here that you need to complete is called Wrath of the Jailer. It is it's an event that periodically starts in the Maw and will be marked by a large star. This event will likely take at least a few players at the boss, because he has a lot of health. However, once it's done, you have a chance at 183 item level piece of gear. I did it today. I did not get anything.
I didn't even see it come up.
You have to be in the Maw. You will get
Like,
250 Venari reputation and 100 Stygia. Then a chance at the loot. I got all that but the loot. So I'm not quite sure what Stygia is, but
you buy stuff with it.
Oh, is that what you do with it? From the Venari?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what Stygia is. Just a currency. Okay.
But there was something you had to do with it before. I can't remember. Like, I know I bought, because you had to buy, where is it? The Cipher of Relocation.
Okay.
You get that in there. So you can go, teleport the caster to Venari Refuge.
Yeah.
But you have to be in the Maw to use it.
Uh-huh.
So it's like another Hearthstone, basically, but you get 5 charges on it. And then you had to buy... You bought something else. I don't remember what the hell you bought. But I had to buy 2 things. I don't remember what the other one was. But it was all part of the quest.
Gotcha. Other main things to do for the first week here and going into the second week, if you haven't got it done already, is getting all your dungeon quests done, so they're just done. They'll give you anima and reputation with a faction of your choice.
I gotta do more of those too.
And then just basically, do your covenant dailies. As soon as you're Exalted or whatever with your Covenant. Make sure you start picking up the other ones so you can get them done and get them out of the way. So when Pathfinder happens, you're not like, oh man, I gotta grind reps. You don't want that to happen. Just get it.
No.
Just do it now, get it done, and then you can just not have to worry about it.
And that was always my issue with Pathfinder, is I always had to rep grind, and it was awful.
Yeah.
But like you said, if you just do the dailies and stuff, you're gonna get the rep anyways.
Yeah, just do it now, and then it'll be done. So. And then the last little thing is when you're in the maw, just be careful. As you start questing through the maw, you will come to find out that the jailer likes to keep an eye on you. And if you fill up all 4 of his eyeballs that want to keep an eye on you, he kills you pretty quick in the maw. So,
did that happen to you?
It happened to me today. I pounded out all my quests, and as like you turn in quests and stuff, he starts to keep an eye on you. And like I filled up all 4 eyes. And like thankfully it was right at the end, and I was able to leave, and I'm not going back until it resets. So
I think it resets when you turn the game off.
Every day it resets.
Oh, so mine already reset then. Because I did earlier, because I got the same thing. I was at 1 of 5, and then I left and came back. I think I had like dinner, went to your house, had dinner, I came back, and now I was at 0 of 5.
Yeah, I have to look in. Check on mine.
So I thought it reset every time you, whatever you want to call it, you logged off, but maybe not. I don't know.
Yeah. You just got to be careful, because if you die in the maw, you drop a portion of your Stygia. And you have to go back and pick it up, like Dark Souls. Like, in Dark Souls, you run around and pick up your souls after you die. You go back to your body. This is what you have to do with the Stygia, is you have to go run and pick it up.
Is it like Dark Souls, though, where like if you die again, you lose it?
Yeah, if you keep dying, you just keep losing Stygia. Yeah. There was a point where I had to go pick up 3 different bodies worth of Stygia.
Okay.
But I got it all back. So, I recommend getting the add-on Handy Notes. That'll help mark stuff on the map for you, whether you're in the Maw, Bastion, Ardenweld. It'll tell you where rares are, treasure chests, all that kind of stuff. So it'll help you get around. And then I have an add-on called, I think it's World Quest Helper or something like that. And the little World Quest items on the map, it'll actually tell you what the World Quest is. Or you'll be able to see a little picture instead of just like the question mark or the exclamation point or whatever.
It gives you like a list of all of them in that zone on the side, doesn't it?
Yep.
So you just click the one you want, and
yep, it helps you figure out which ones you want to prioritize. So yeah, a lot of stuff to do week 1. It's awesome. This is the way it should be. I felt like with BFA, after leveling, there really wasn't much going on. It didn't feel good, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I don't know. BFA was just, yeah.
Agreed.
I really don't have anything good to say about it. I mean,
right.
I know I say it all the time. It's like, I don't know if it was the guild that I was in along with just the game was just really bad. I don't know. But all of it together, it was just not fun, and I couldn't wait for it to end. It almost felt like they didn't know where to put the story. Like it was, I don't know.
Right.
It definitely felt like a filler. That was it. Like it was a filler game. I don't know. Does that make sense?
Yep. All right, I'm going to send the next thing over here in chat.
How do I?
So this is a good little tidbit here in regards to new stuff with Shadowlands. It has to do with leveling alts. So they have this this new system called Threads of Fate, and basically it gives you, so the first time through leveling Shadowlands, your first main character, you have to play the storyline, right, which is the campaign quests. And as we said before, it's great. It felt great doing it the first time. Doing it a second time, I don't know. I haven't leveled an alt yet. But Blizzard has given you the option to skip that stuff. So instead of doing the quest again, you can
just
say
everything's open,
and you just do the side quests to level through.
That's not bad.
You level up doing world quests, side quests, bonus objectives, and dungeons. Main storyline quests will be skipped, and you will choose your covenant immediately.
So I kind of like that.
So you go right in, choose your covenant, and then level doing all the other stuff.
And you can just sit there and just spam dungeons, and you'll have gear right away when you hit 60.
Yep.
I kind of like that. I'll have to try it.
You could have done that originally, too.
Yeah. But then at the end, you wouldn't have had a covenant because you have to wait till you hit level 60 to pick one.
Level 60, and you have to level all the way through, or quest all the way through. Yeah, I think. So yeah, that was your first choice, and then it's the original choice is replay storyline, which is level up playing through the main Shadowlands storyline, just as you did on your first character. You will move zone by zone through the narrative arc before reaching level 60 and selecting a covenant. If you change your mind, you can return to the Fate Scribe at any time and choose to follow the threads of fate. So that's cool too. Like if you started and you're like, oh man, I just cannot do this again, gives you a choice. So I am down. And that is on top of already having the choice of when you level from 0 to 50 of choosing what expansion you want to level through.
Have you done that yet or no?
Yes.
I have not done that.
I leveled my Warlock. I did from 0 to 50, and I did him through WoD because I enjoy WoD. I liked WoD.
Nice.
Yep. So I leveled him, and I got through. I think it was 2.5 zones, and I was max level. So it's about how fast it goes. It's pretty quick.
Wow.
Yeah.
That was 0 to 50.
0 to 50.
10 to 50.
Well, no, it was 0. It was 0 to 50.
Mechanome started 0.
Oh no, you know what? It was 10. You're right. It was a Mechanome. Yeah, 10 to 50. So
yeah, so 40 quick. Levels and 2 zones is nothing.
Yep, pretty quick. I did have the anniversary buff, but that wasn't. It was 10%. So probably 3 zones, 3.5 zones, and you'll be max level, which is fast. That's fast. That's perfect.
That's really fast.
You learn your character, and you get to play whatever expansion you want. It's great.
Yeah, I can't say enough about it. New player friendly too.
Yep.
Because I remember when I first started, when it was back in MoP, like leveling took me forever. Because it was to 90, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It was 0 to 90, and that was almost the entire expansion.
So looking at this a little farther, they actually broke down how much experience you get for doing the Threads of Fate version, which is the non-storyline version. It says your campaign quests are replaced by 4 special campaign objectives: bolstering Bastion, rallying Maldraxxus, support the court, and reinforcing Revendreth, which award 1/3 of a level and a weapon when completed, which is nice. And then rare mobs grant 3% each, world quests grant 4%, side quests grant 1% for breadcrumbs, 3% for normals, and 5% for group quests, 7% for bonus quests, and 10% for dungeon quests, and bosses grant 3% each. That's a lot.
Yeah.
So
dungeoning is definitely fast.
So if you do 25 world quests, that's 1 level. So that's probably all the world quests a day.
Yeah.
And then dungeon quests, there's 5 dungeons. 50%, it's a level and a half. Wow, it's interesting.
Well, how it would work, I think you're only going to get 2 dungeons off the start. Because that's all you get when you start is 2.
Oh, you are right.
and then I think it goes to 4 at some point.
You are right.
And then once you hit 60, then you get all, I don't know however many there are.
Yep.
8
No, you
or
are
whatever.
You are 100% correct. So,
But would they all? I don't know if they would all open. No, some of them.
oops.
Some 4 of them won't. So the other side, Sanguine Depths, Spires of Ascension, and Theater of Pain won't, because those are level 60 dungeons. So I bet you get Halls of Atonement, Mist, Plague, and then Necrotic Wake. I bet you get all 4 of those at the start,
Right.
because they're 50 to 60 dungeons.
Some pros for Threads of Fate: immediate access to the Covenant of your choice. Good for players who enjoy chaining dungeons. Shadowlands campaign is quite long and linear, in which can become tedious after multiple times through. Content is scaled, making it good for groups of players who may not all be at the same level or place in the story. Some cons: it's slower than campaign questing, less efficient for solo quest focused players, and the amount of anima gained is fairly trivial, and the Covenants lack other endgame features such as mission tables, soul binds, and conduits. So you don't get any of the endgame stuff until you're actually endgame. So,
but it's the same thing. You don't get that till you're 60
right,
anyways.
Right. But it's good. I mean, if you need a break from doing it the other way, which is obviously better.
Mm-hmm.
When I say better, I mean faster. It's something different, right? Because even though I'm 60, there's still tons of quests I haven't done because they're all side quests that I didn't do.
Yeah, I only did the 6, or however many, it was like 6 or 10 or whatever,
I did a ton in Bastion, and then I realized, wait, this isn't what I'm supposed to be doing. So then I skipped them all the way till I finished Revendreth, and then I did everything in Revendreth. Now I have to go back and finish the other 3 zones. Oh, another side note, if you want to make leveling even faster, it might be harder to do it now, but I know on launch, in the first couple of days, if you turned War Mode on, as an Alliance player, you got a 30% experience boost. And it was pretty good because nobody from the Horde was attacking you. They wanted to level. So everybody was just kind of ignoring you. So it might be a little rough now, but it might be worth a try.
Especially if you do that and then do the other one where you just run dungeons all the time. You can just stay at a hub where no one can attack you and run your dungeons.
Oh. Ho ho. I didn't think of that.
Then you'll be getting, what, like 36%?
Yeah. Interesting. Very, very interesting.
Mm-hmm.
We're at almost an hour. I mean, we could keep going for more time.
I don't care. It's up to you. All I know is, like, I'm having a great time with this right now. Like,
Shadowlands is awesome. If you guys are returning while play, you need to. If you're not playing, you need to come back and play. Just a little note here I saw here. If you're a gold farmer, I guess the BFA emissary quests and Paragon chests are not nerfed. So all the currency is the same. So if you go fly through those world quests real fast as a higher level, you can get those emissaries done even faster and still get the same gold. Which is like 2,000 gold for the gold ones. Have a chance of rewarding 200 gold, and the Paragon chests still give 3,000 to 5,000 gold when opened. So,
and you get a bunch of gold from doing some of the dailies with your Covenant.
Yep.
Like, there's those chests that I had opened that was giving me like 2k gold just for opening it.
Oh, and I can't believe I didn't even think about this, and I don't think very many people do it. Maybe I'm wrong, but there's actually a companion app for WoW right now, and you do.
I have not used it.
Like all your mission table followers, you can do that from your phone. You don't actually have to. You can't do it while you're logged into the game, but if you're away from the game, you can do it.
See, I don't have followers and all that stuff yet. I don't know if you do.
Not yet. And also, this expansion is better because it goes backwards. So they started this in Legion, and then when you had it in Legion, and then when BFA went live, you couldn't do Legion anymore. You could only do BFA. But with this update, you get Shadowlands, BFA, and Legion, so you can go back and do the other expansions and send your people out to collect stuff. Yeah, it's awesome, actually.
Yeah, you can just have them collect gold and crap.
Yep. Yep. So yeah, check it out. It's called like I said, the WoW Companion app. I've been using it and it's great.
I should download it.
You also get your guild chat in there. Back in the day,
so it's almost like what was the other app? Was it Armory?
Yeah, it was the Armory. The other one was cool because you could buy and sell off the auction house, but you can't do that anymore.
Yeah.
So
and you still had guild chat and everything. You could talk to people.
Yep. But guild chat's in there. I think BattleNet chat is in there. Don't hold me to the BattleNet chat thing. I'm not 100% sure. But oh wow, somebody's already completed the Glory of the Shadowlands hero. That's the dungeon one where you do all the dungeon achievements. 2 groups have done it. Good for them. Good for them. Let's see. I think that's it. We can get into some classic news. There's one big thing with classic going on. Let me see if I can get over there. Classic Phase 6 is set to drop very, very soon.
What's Phase 6?
It's the last phase of Classic. So it's like naxramas and all that stuff. I'm trying to find a good post about it here. Here we go. Okay. WoW Classic, naxramas, and Scourge Invasions open December 3rd at 2 p.m. PST. So 2 p.m. Pacific, 4 p.m. Central, 5 p.m. Eastern. Will extend through December. Patch 1.13.6 on December 1st will open naxramas and kick off the Scourge Invasion on December 3rd. The Scourge Invasions coming to Classic WoW next week have been adjusted in some ways that differ from how they were originally configured to operate in 2006. Here's a look into the details behind that. This is a blue post from Blizzard. On June 20th, 2006, Scourge Invasions began, including bonus dungeon bosses, vendors, quests, and a series of undead invasion outdoor events. The invasion part of the event came in 3 stages. Necrotic shards spawned in each zone, being attacked and surrounded by undead enemies, which must be defeated to destroy the shard. They most notably drop necrotic runes, which were used as quest objectives and currency to purchase consecrated sharpening stones and blessed weapon oils. The stages progress per realm. The first stage ended when 50 zones were defended, the second at 100, and the third at 150. At the end of each stage, any player on that realm could speak with NPCs in capital cities, an item with limited charges that provided a minor scaling stamina buff for 1 hour. Once all 150 zones were defeated, the invasion portion of the event ended permanently. Regardless of the number of zones defended, the rest of the Scourge Invasion event were configured to end after 3 weeks, taking away all bonus dungeon bosses, vendors, quest NPCs, and vendors. Oh, typo, Blizzard. Let's see here. So the WoW Classic version is going to be, given the number of endgame players per realm nowadays, as well as how much more knowledgeable players are when it comes to optimizing gameplay, we feel that it is pertinent to make several changes to the event. We calculated that it would be easy for some realms to be completely done with the invasion portion of the event in less than 5 days. So our primary goal is to allow for more players to participate and not feel rushed. Whew. The number of zones needed to complete each stage has been increased to 100, 200, 300. The total duration for the bonus dungeon bosses, vendors, and quest givers has been increased from 3 to 4 weeks and will end on December 31st. An additional 1-week period has been added, beginning after 300 zones have successfully been defended on each realm. During this extra week, invasions will continue to spawn to allow players a final chance to participate and gather rewards. The additional week cannot extend beyond the end date of December 31st. These adjustments feel like a solid way to allow more breathing room to enjoy Naxxramas and still participate in this one-time event. And it says, thank you for reading. We look forward to joining you in Naxxramas at 2 p.m. PST on December 3rd. Boom.
Oh, wow. So that's
basically
4 days.
Yeah. So basically, I guess there was, back in the day, there was like a Scourge event. I didn't know the patch had a Scourge event. That's pretty neat. And then
I wonder.
Yeah.
You think Classic's dead?
No. I do think, however, Blizzard's making a mistake by releasing this now. When they originally released this date, we talked about it on the podcast a while back. They gave this date thinking that BFA was going to release in October.
True.
So it gave 2 months.
Not BFA,
not
Shadowlands.
BFA, Shadowlands. Excuse me, Shadowlands, yes. So it gave people 2 months to play Shadowlands before this patch came out. So that way people would kind of be done with Shadowlands, waiting on the next thing to come from there, and they could jump into Classic and play Naxxramas. Problem is they pushed Shadowlands back, but they didn't push Naxxramas back. So now we have 2 games coming right at the same time.
3
games.
This really screwed up season 22 on Diablo.
Oh yeah,
that
right.
dropped this past Friday.
You actually hit it on the head. Yeah, them pushing WoW back has now screwed up 3 games that WoW players really play.
And I was really excited for season 22. I played it. I nerded. I took a day off of work to play it. Leveled the character in like a couple hours, and then I was trying to hit the leaderboard. On God DH, I hit 851 out of 1,000 in the US on day 2, so not bad.
Heyo.
That's the leaderboard's out of 1,000, so it's out of however many people in the United States. I was 851. That was my rank.
It's pretty good.
And then I basically had to stop because WoW came out, freaking 3 days later.
Yep. Yeah, them pushing it back kind of really screwed things up, but
yeah.
Big time. I think it's bad form on Blizzard's part for them to not push the Naxxramas back, because like this is the culmination for the Classic players. You know what I mean? Like this is endgame. It's Naxxramas. You know what I mean?
You're really making them pick between Shadowlands. Well, all the diehard ones is going to be done in an hour. So I mean, I'm not trying to rain on their parade, but Naxxramas is going to be nothing.
Yeah, no, it is. But I mean, there are guilds out there.
That's why it's like
it's been hard to get where they're at. Some guilds have the trouble.
I think almost, I don't know, when I see like Soda and Nesfan and all them playing this, I feel like Classic is dead again. Like no one's gonna play it.
You got to remember that with those guys, and I'm not knocking them at all. So I don't want nobody to take it that way. This is not a knock. They have.
Oh, they have all the time in the world.
They have all the time in the world, and they have it a lot easier because they have pretty big following. So good for them. They're getting the results they want. More power to them. Oh, yeah. But I do know that there are guilds that are still, they're on whatever. What's the name of the second raid? It wasn't. So you had Molten Core, and then you had like Blackwing Lair. Like I know there's still guilds that are still kind of hung up on the earlier raids, and they're nowhere near being ready for naxramas. So I mean,
yeah, went Molten Core, Blackwing Layer, and then I guess AQ40.
You had Zul'Gurub, AQ20, AQ40.
It's funny because if you go into the adventure guide on WoW, naxramas isn't even on Classic. Oh, that's right, because it changed. Naxramas also went to Wrath of the Lich King, I think.
Yeah, because in Wrath it
yeah,
came out
Naxramas was in Wrath. I see them and I'm like, okay, that was like maybe there's people that still play. I don't know. I don't play Classic, so I don't know.
Classic is by far not dead, but it's probably the following's probably a little less now. It's like anything else. The beginning of it's all.
I mean, Stay Safe's even playing Shadowlands.
Well, you got to remember these streamers. They're going to do what's best for their stream, and right now, Shadowlands is the hot ticket. You know.
Yeah, and I'm not going to say a name, but this one guy that I watched play Path of Exile, all of a sudden started playing. He played season 22 of Diablo, and then he was playing Shadowlands, which I don't know how long he's played Blizzard games for, but I've been following him for probably 6 months, and I'd never seen him pick a Blizzard game before.
Wow. It's interesting. So yeah, I guess we'll call it. We're probably pretty close to an hour. Close enough for this.
I'm kind of curious to see what's going to happen with naxramas, because right now it just seems like everybody's playing Shadowlands. I don't know. Like I said, I'm not in the Classic community at all, so I have no idea.
So I can tell you that I know the hardcore, like the hardcore Classic players, will be switching back over to Classic for sure. They're going to finish.
You think so?
Oh yeah, they put in a lot of time, a lot of work to get where they're at.
I know a lot of them want TBC, right? Because that was like the best expansion, they said, I think.
Yeah, everybody's waiting for TBC. I know we talked about it in the past. I hope they do the thing where you can choose to progress your character or stay in the Classic servers. I hope that's
going to be so hard to do.
Hey man, the private servers did it. If they can
No, they didn't.
No, they did. They did.
If you think about it, you're going to have if you want to work the way you're thinking, you're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You're going to have 9 servers. So you're going to have all Classic, and then you're going to have Classic and then Burning Crusade, and then you're going to have Classic, Burning Crusade, Wrath, plus, so you're going to have 9 different servers. You know how much money that's going to cost Blizzard to have 9 servers? Because right now they have 2. And I'm not saying servers like Drakthal, Kel'Thuzad, Stormrage. I'm saying buildings to hold the fucking servers.
Right. No, I know. The Classic,
I do not think
the Classic community
they're going to do that.
The Classic community did it.
No, they didn't. All they had was Classic.
No, they did. I don't know what servers did it, but there's been Classic servers in the past where they've. Granted, they're like 1 or 2 servers. They're not like Blizzard amount.
And it's probably all servers. In one. And you got to think about it. It's probably all in one server, like Shadowlands and everything's one.
I think they'll do it.
I don't know what I don't want to call them mega servers, but like I'm going to say this server. I'm not saying like individual, like Stormrage, Kel'Thuzad, whatever houses everything in one spot.
Right.
Because you got to remember, there was only probably a couple thousand people playing that. There's, now that it's live, how many people play Classic?
I want to say there was like 1 million people playing private servers.
And 1 million? Okay,
what's on the main ones.
And what's actually playing on Blizzard's?
Probably a couple mil.
So it's like you got to think they have to be able to house all those people plus 1 million people in a different server plus retail.
Hey, Blizzard is
a
billion-dollar company.
That supposedly is laying off more people. I don't know if that's true.
They are in the business of data. Hey, I can hope they do it. I hope they do it.
They might. I don't see it. I see it if they do it, they're gonna have to start charging a monthly thing, and not just you own retail WoW, so you get classic.
What I know, a lot of the classic private server classic things too, they would release like fresh servers, so they would just release additional servers that started from the beginning. I could see Blizzard doing that too.
If they somehow put it all into one, but like you're talking like, okay, I want to keep my character here, so you have to stop it. But then the people that want to proceed, you're gonna have a whole new thing for it.
Yeah, I'm sure they're gonna do something, right? If they even do TBC, they've never said they're gonna do that. They sent the survey out asking about it. I do believe.
I think they did do it because wasn't Stay Safe testing it?
Not officially, not Blizzard testing. That was.
Because I could have swore he
was probably private.
Something about
testing.
TBC private. I thought he had TBC, whatever it's called.
He was probably private server testing.
I have no idea. I'm gonna go take a look.
Yeah, he's not.
I don't have classic downloaded. But...
Nothing from Blizzard.
Oh, what the hell?
I think that's what we'll get in February at the BlizzCon announcement.
I don't know. I don't see how they're gonna have like you can play whatever expansion you want, because that's gonna be that the servers, the amount of servers that they're gonna have. How the hell? I know what I did wrong. I'm an idiot.
That's a lot. You got to think how many servers are on
if you go into
retail
classic,
right now. How many retail servers are there? There's what, 50? And then you have all the different. You have like Americas, Oceanic.
When I'm talking servers, I'm not talking individual. Like I know, like the server we are on is Kel'Thuzad, but also in there's how many servers. I'm saying the ones that house everything.
I get you.
That's like a skyscraper building, basically, that they have to buy to house this.
I don't.
Put it in
I
a
don't
refrigerator.
think they don't house it in Blizzard. Like I think they're different areas. Hey, I'm on a server.
That's what I'm saying.
No, I know.
That's what I'm saying. Like they have like our server's based out of what's our time? It's wherever our time's at. So like Storm Rage, I think, is in actual Chicago somewhere or in this time zone.
So I'll put it to you like this:
so the way that I don't know how to say it besides, okay, this has Kel'Thuzad and everything in it, and then this is classic. Okay, now you want a server that's freaking got everything else in it. Like, okay, so I want to stay in classic.
I get what you're saying.
Now you have to have this one.
I get what you're saying.
You know what I mean?
I understand.
So now I have to buy another building. I have to buy another building in 4 different time zones, plus Canada, plus EU, just to house people that only want to play TBC. And then it's like, okay, now I will only want to play Wrath. Okay, now I got to buy another 5 buildings in different countries. You know what I mean?
I get you.
I don't think they're going to do that.
I 100% understand what you're saying. I don't disagree with you, but I also don't agree with you. I think of it like this: if Blizzard has a possibility to make money off of it, they will do it.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's like if they do that, I think they're going to have to start charging and not have like now it's okay if you want to play classic, you have to have a retail account or whatever. You know what I mean? Like you have to have the monthly subscription.
Yeah, you have to pay for a while. Yeah.
I think if you're doing that, they're going to have to be like, if you want to play TBC, that's the only one you want to play, I think they're going to have to start making you pay for it.
Or maybe if you're going to have more than one character on more than one classic server, you have to pay for it.
Maybe. I'm just looking at it as like a money thing, you know?
And you know what?
Because like those things can't be cheap. I can only imagine what renting a refrigerator in 4 different places costs.
Those hardcore classic players, they all have multiple accounts anyways. So they can play
That's very true.
So they can play more than one character at the same time.
Oh yeah, and so do people on retail.
Yeah.
I don't want to call it multi-boxing, but yeah, you make your characters follow each other and you can level however many you want at a time.
Yeah, well that's basically that's multi-boxing, but I mean like you have it's hard to explain.
But I'm pretty sure they have different characters. Like I'm not going to name names because I know who's doing it. And it's not like he has. I think he legitimately has like 3 different accounts that he runs, so he can level all his characters at once. If that makes sense.
Yeah. Blizzard did just
Because like
do
when he
some...
does like his,
Go ahead.
what's that?
I'll say go
No, I'll
ahead.
say because when he goes like his character thing, he only has like one character on this server, you know, and then it's like he goes to a different screen and he's got only one character, you know, same server, but it's only one character in his list. That makes sense.
Yes.
I'll tell you who I'm talking about when we're done. Like I said, I don't want to name names. It's not like it's illegal or anything, you know.
Oh,
and it's not even multi-boxing. It's basically he owns 3 accounts that he levels his characters on, and he plays one at a time. But he makes them all follow each other. He picks up all the quests, you know.
Well, that's multi-boxing. That is straight up multi-boxing. If you make them follow around in one group together and do the same thing, like that's multi-boxing. I know a lot of players that will have like one character up, and like well, one character's on the flight path, they'll get on their other one and do whatever the hell they're doing.
But he's doing it on 3 different accounts, so it's like he pays for every character.
Yeah,
you know. I think the other ones was like you can log into multiple characters on one account. I think isn't that multi-boxing? I don't know.
No, you can only be in on one character on the same account. It's like you can't log into 3 different characters on one account.
Mm-hmm. See, I thought that's what multi-boxing was. No, there's a way, like a thing you could.
Yeah, but you got to have multiple accounts. So. Alrighty, that's it. We've hit an hour for sure now at this point. I'm
gonna say an hour 10.
We're at an hour 15, but I know I got to cut off the first little bit of it, so it's gonna be pretty close to an hour 10 actually. So
nice.
I guess I'll go first. My name is Wayne. You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Wayne the Pain TV, Twitch Wayne the Pain, and on YouTube just look up Wayne the Pain 1. There'll be like a whole bunch of us on there. Just find me. That's it. That's all I got.
Then I'm Sean, aka Rurruk Gaming, and you can find me on Twitter, Twitch, and YouTube at that. I really don't use my YouTube too much. I have some ideas for videos. I just haven't done anything with it yet. Yeah.
Cool.
So that's about it. And hopefully my internet will become better. I'm gonna try and remember to call my internet provider tomorrow and update it or upgrade so I can have a little better, so it's not so choppy.
Nice.
So we're gonna see what I can do.
Nice one. So, all right, cool. Peace.
Yep. Later.